Hello guys. So in this session we are going to see about alarms. So in the previous session we have trend. So we started the application of SCADA parts. So trend, alarms, recipe, dynamic data exchange. These are all the applications of SCADA. So we have seen the trend. Now this is the alarm. So generally what is alarm? So it may be the indication or notification, right? So it will give the status of the process, whether it is a normal or abnormal, whether it is a warning or it is a error, whatever it may be, it is giving some notification or indication, anything it may be, right? So alarm is not only for some abnormal condition, you can give for some normal conditions also, right? And there is a word called acknowledgement, right? So whenever your alarm is triggering, you need to acknowledge it, right? I have seen the alarm, or I'm going to take a necessary step for to rectifying the issues or rectifying the error. It's like a troubleshooting kind of. Fine. So generally alarm means it's an indication or notification in the process. Fine. And if you see in all the process, we are having some alarm types, whether it may be a low alarm or low alarm, high alarm, rate of change alarm or set point alarm. We are having various types. Okay, so in this high alarm and low alarm, so these two are the very basics one. Low alarm means what? For example, take a tank experiment. This tank we are having here, right? So imagine this is the tank. We are having a level as a parameter. So whenever the tank level is below 10 or below 20, you are giving low level alarm trigger. Okay, that means you need to fill the tank. If it is reaching above 90, you need to turn off the inlet or you need to turn off the motor. That is high alarm kind of. Okay, so it depends. You can see I have taken level as example here. In some other places, according to the application, you can take temperature or you can take pressure, you can take flow, whatever process variable you can take, you can create alarm for that. So alarm is one of the important application of SCADA. Fine. So let's see how to create an alarm for this level. Fine. So what I'm going to do means, let's take, if alarm is below 20, I want low alarm. Okay. If alarm is above 90, I want high alarm. Got it, guys? So these two are my 2 points. How I'm going to give, that is main thing. So this is the level I have given. So this is the level 2. Level 2 is my tag name. Okay. So for this tank also I have given level 2. So this is the tag. I need to create an alarm. Got it? So for that, where is the alarm option? Correct. For that is the main thing we need to go, right? So go to this tag name dictionary. Go to tag name dictionary. In that, go for select option. Go for the corresponding tag. This is our tag, right? Level 2. Click on that. So once you have click on the, your level 2, there is an option called alarms. Click on that. When you click on the alarm, it will take you to the window. In that window, you can see the alarm types. Can you see? Low alarm. This is low alarm. This is high alarm. This is high alarm. Got it? So I'm just going to, create this low alarm. Okay. And just type what is the range. What is the range we have a plan? This is 20, right? So just give 20. Fine. And go for high and just give the value as 90. Okay, and this priority is like how much priority you are giving to this. So the priority range will be ranging value from 1 to 999. Okay, so you can give priority to alarms. From that you can take preventive measures. So I'm just giving the priority as 1. Both are important kind of. So low level alarm and high level alarm I have given. Correct. So I have created the alarm. Just save it. Just close it. So you have created the alarm. Now where you are going to watch it, that is also important, right? where we are going to watch it. For that, go to symbol, this wizard. In the wizard, go for, where is that? Yeah, runtime tools. In the alarm point monitor. Okay, go for alarm point monitor. Keep it over here. This is like a window, okay? It's like a window. Keep it over there. Got it? That's it. So you have fixed what tag you want to give the alarm. And second point, you have created that. Third point, you are going to watch that in a runtime. So you went to the wizard and you have taken the alarm monitor window. Got it, guys? Fine. Now, nothing. Just go for runtime. Right? Go for runtime. Now, in this, just click on, or just, there is a tag option there. Just a minute. Yeah. In the name, you need to select your tag, for which tag you want to monitor. Just double tap and just type level 2. Yeah. So once you give the correct tag name, when you click enter, it is showing your level. See, now the level is 0, no? Correct. So it is giving the alarm. What alarm? It is low alarm. Okay, your value is below 20, so it is showing the alarm. Just increase it. Just increase to 22. Now it is cleared. Can you see that red color blinking is not coming now? It is cleared. Okay, just go up and just make above 90. Again, your high alarm came. Got it? If you want, you just acknowledge. So if you acknowledge, that blinking will be stopped. Fine. So just come down again. Can you see? Again it is blinking because it is low level alarm. Fine. If you acknowledge, that blinking will get stopped. Again increase. It is normal. See, there is no red color over there. If you increase above 90, again it is coming. So this is alarm. You have created low alarm and high level alarm. Got it, guys? Now make back to 0. Go to development page. And can you see this minimum and maximum range? So that one you need to change. I'll show you. Go to tag name dictionary. So just go for main. And yeah. So in the details, just change the minimum and maximum value. So how much you are having a slider range? This should be 0 to 100. Okay, that's what. If you change this, save it, close it, then it will be like 0 to 100. This range will be 0 to 100. Okay. So apart from that, now we'll create low alarm also. Let's make this to 10. And high alarm is above 95. Right. So select like this. Go for save. Go for close. Go for runtime now. Now can you see your range is changed here, 0 to 100. Okay. Now low alarm is there. Fine. Low alarm is there. Now you increase. About 10, it will be low alarm because this is below 20. At a time only one alarm will be there. Okay. So if it is below 10, it is low alarm. You acknowledge, it will stop. If you increase, yeah. Now again it is blinking because it is a new alarm which is low alarm. This is low, this is low, this is high, this is high. Okay. If we are increase, there is no alarm because for 40 and all we have not created any alarm. Correct. So when it is above 90, it is high alarm. Acknowledge it. When it is above 95, it is high alarm. That's it, guys. So this is alarm window. Like that you can create a alarm. Fine. Right. So here just take this one and keep it here. Just take one rectangle and place a text here like low alarm. Just type like this. And for this box, create a disk, or let it be analog alarm, and just select a tag level 2 and low alarm. Okay, if it is low alarm, it will be showing red color. If it is low, this is low, this is low. And normal means let it be as green color. High alarm means let it be as some different color you can choose. Okay, high alarm is again red color. Fine. So what I have done, I have taken one rectangle and I have given this property. In animation link, we have the fill color option, no? Analog alarms. You can choose that. Okay. Go for OK. And just change the text to just alarm. Just delete that. Alarm indication. Okay. Go for runtime. It is in red color. So red color means low. We have fixed it like that, right? Now increase that to low. Can you see? For low it is changed the color. Correct? So for low it was red. For low it was some different color. When it is normal, it is in a green color. When it is above 90, it is showing the pink color. When it is above 95, it is high alarm, again red color. So like that, you can use the animation link also for creating the alarm. Like fill color I have used. Like that, you can go for fill line also. Right? That's it. See, fill line. This is line color. Discrete alarm, analog alarm. You can go for it. Okay, guys. So this is the way to create an alarm. And there is one more option. I'll show that also to you. Just keep it here. Just go for this runtime wizard. Go for alarm display. Take this alarm display, distributed alarm display, and keep it here. Okay, just keep it here. Just go for, just expand it. See, my window is so small. Just expand it. Yeah, fine. Go for runtime. So now, whatever alarm you are creating here, no? See, now it was low alarm. It is listed here, okay? Unacknowledged. If you press acknowledge, it is updated here. Acknowledge. Just increase. Now it is new alarm, which is low alarm. Fine. Can you see? Low alarm is created. Now if you acknowledge, that will acknowledged. Okay. So if you increase normal. So for normal, there is no alarm. Correct. So if you increase that to above 90, a new alarm came. Okay. So it is like viewing the alarm status. And it is showing the current alarm, right? It is showing only the current alarm. So what to set if you want to see multiple alarm means, you can choose historical. In a query type, choose historical. Choose OK. Go for runtime so that it will show all the alarms. Whatever happened before, it will show everything. Okay. Now it is low alarm, no? Acknowledge it. It is changed. Yeah, acknowledge happened. Now increase. Just drag it. Now it is low alarm, low, again system. Okay. Now increase to, yeah. Now new alarm came. Unacknowledged, high alarm. Got it? Acknowledge it. It will change to acknowledged. Acknowledged. Can you see? Yeah. So this is alarm monitor window and this is the distributed. So you can see the historical and you can see the summary also. Got it, guys? So this is the way to create a alarm in InTouch. Fine. So I hope you have understood this alarm topic. Just practice this in a software. I'll meet you in the next session with another interesting topic. Fine. Yeah. Bye, guys.